How do you keep someone company when you've completely run out of things to talk about? This might be the hardest question of our time. She raised me, yet now, I'm at a loss for words. This isn't just my story, it's the silent reality of intergenerational disconnection happening in small towns all across China. Hi everyone, I'm Yo-Yo. Today is the first day of the Qingming Festival holiday. My grandma's live-in caregiver went back to her hometown, leaving my 93-year-old grandma with no one to look after her. She has been living alone since my grandpa passed away, with a 24-hour caregiver by her side. My aunt lives upstairs, and she usually comes down often to check on her. But today, it's just me and my grandma, spending the day together. This apartment was bought by my aunt for my grandparents, and it's about 915 square feet. To outsiders, my grandma seems to live an enviable life, no need for a nursing home, family nearby, and full-time care. It looks steady and decent, but no one knows how much silent loneliness lies behind this decency. Grandma's breakfast is simple: a bowl of white rice porridge, some pickled vegetables, and an egg. Even though her appetite is not what it used to be, she still finishes 2 bowls of porridge. Afterward, she takes the diabetes pills that keep her body balanced. Inside this house, time feels suspended, no noise, no waves, just peaceful routine day after day. Next, I start preparing lunch by cleaning the fresh oysters I bought. My aunt and I picked up these ingredients early in the morning at a nearby small supermarket. She told me Grandma loves oyster omelet, but the caregiver isn't good at making it. So with the caregiver away, I wanted to make something special for Grandma. Rice is a staple food in southern China, so I cook a pot first. While I'm busy in the kitchen, Grandma is still lying on the sofa watching TV. The scene is quiet and comforting. I take out the chicken soup the caregiver made yesterday from the fridge and heat it up in the microwave so I don't have to cook extra soup for lunch. I crack 4 eggs and cut some green onions. Everything goes smoothly. Right before lunch, Grandma habitually gets up and walks around the doorway. Unless I tell you, you can hardly imagine that the entire outdoor activity for a 93-year-old is limited to just a few meters of hallway. I suddenly realized that the cruelest part of aging is probably not illness or pain. It's the shrinking of one's world. Life slowly pulls inward, and the space around her gets smaller and smaller. To us, a hallway is just the beginning of the outside world. To Grandma, this short stretch is her entire world. Those few steps back and forth hold an old person's last, gentle attempt to reach the world outside. I fry the oyster omelet in the kitchen, and the aroma fills the room. Grandma slowly walks back to her sofa, still watching TV quietly. Grandma always has lunch around 11:30, so I hurry to stir-fry the vegetables and serve the meal quickly. At the table, Grandma suddenly holds out her hand and says with a self-deprecating smile, "My hands have shrunken like chicken feet. There's no flesh left on them." Without thinking, I instinctively replied, "Then eat more, and you'll gain some weight." Our generation is used to solving everything with AI, used to finding standard answers and solutions. But facing Grandma's aging, I feel like a traveler holding an outdated map, lost and unable to find a way out. At 93, my grandma walks unsteadily, sometimes holding onto the wall to move forward slowly. She hasn't stepped outside this building in a long time. What she does most is lie on the sofa watching TV. She is like a guardian of time, able to name every host and actor on TV accurately. That is her only faint connection to this fast-moving world. After her nap, Grandma slowly gets up and walks to each window, quietly looking outside for a while. She has a routine afternoon snack, a bowl of black sesame paste. I go into the kitchen and pour hot water from her old kettle, which she has used for decades, to make it for her. Grandma has many old items like this in her home: the kettle, the old quilt on the sofa. Each one has been with her for dozens of years, carrying memories from most of her life. She still uses an old-fashioned button phone that only makes and receives calls. Once, this phone was the family's sweet burden. She would call her children dozens of times a day, always asking the same two questions: "Where are you? Have you eaten?" Back then, we sometimes got annoyed, complaining about her nagging and her controlling behavior. But now, the phone is almost silent. It's not that she no longer cares, it's that at 93, she can barely remember how to press the green call button anymore. I confirmed dinner plans with Grandma. She usually eats noodles in the evening, so I plan to shred the leftover chicken and make chicken noodle soup for her. While I'm busy in the kitchen, Grandma sneaks to the doorway again, like a little kid escaping supervision, cute yet heartbreaking. Dinner is simple. Just heat up the leftovers from lunch. Grandma and I still don't have much to talk about. She doesn't know how the world has changed, and she rarely mentions the past. Time hangs in the moment, so quiet that we can hear each other breathing. After dinner, I clean the dishes right away. I check my to-do list and realize I haven't prepared her medicine for tomorrow. I pour a glass of warm water for her, then sit at the table and carefully follow the instructions left by the caregiver. I sort the pills for daytime and nighttime into different small glass jars and label them. Finally, I set the rice cooker to prepare porridge for Grandma tomorrow morning. With that, my caregiving day is basically done. I take out the trash, say goodbye to Grandma, and head back home. This was the day I spent with my grandma, plain and routine. Yet for 93-year-old her, this is the same script she lives by, day after day. Our visits may not help them catch up with the times, may not erase the marks of time, nor fill the emptiness in their hearts. But what we can do is slow down our busy steps, sit with them for a sound, while cook them a warm meal and pour them a cup of hot water. May every elderly person living alone be treated gently by the world. May we all have time to properly accompany those who loved us with all they had. If you also enjoy the glimpses of Chinese life through my lens, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.